Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Resonance Gaming Network. Quick tutorial on how to make a scenario in Broken Arrow. The game is out now. It's been out for about 2 weeks. It is really fun, and if you don't have it, I do recommend that you get it. So in today's quick tutorial video, we're going to start with the very simple stuff of just navigating the menus on our left-hand side. So for those of you who are new, not really sure what all this stuff means, let's take a quick look and see what some of this stuff is. We are here on the coast map, and this is going to be our new playground to test all of the stuff for our quick tutorial videos. So on the left hand side, let's go ahead and get started. We have, of course, our undo redo. That's self-explainable. We have new units over here. Now, this is really awesome because you can use all of these units that you see here, and you can use the categories in between, selecting the different nations or both apparently, looking at different units and trying to compare them. It's a really nifty tool. You can also go by unit type, logistics, support. You can even type in the name of something like Abrams, and there you go, pop right up. And you could also click, put the unit out, and not only do you have the unit out, but you get this nice little bit of extra stuff over here that's in more detail for the unit as well. Infinite ammo, is it immortal? The stuff that it's in its cargo, that could be like soldiers or even supplies even. You could set its custom height if you need to do that. It needs to be in the air for some odd reason. Percentage of health, what player controls the the vehicle as well. And if we go to Bravo, that's going to be red, of course, or the enemy team. And let's move on to a new object. Over here, we have trigger zones, which we'll explain much later on. Playable zones, and the playable zone is usually to determine the borders of a map. Like if you really need to slim it down instead of the big red walls that you see over there, and you wanted to just limit it to a certain confined space, that's what you'll use that playable zone for. Objective zones. And these objective zones, of course, everything when you click on it has a nice little right hand side indicator to see what it's all about. We could change who can capture the the objective zone. If we wanted it to be contested, Alpha and Bravo, or even neutral team as they're passing along, or we scripted something for them to try and capture it, they can also do that. We can also set alerts, threatened, lost, or captured, depending on how the objective is being attacked by different enemies. We can set an icon. I believe it goes all the way A through Z. Yes, it does. And then you have some extra ones down here as well. Attack, destroy, recon, pair drop, a bunch of different ones that when you change it to the icon in game and you hit play, you'll see that icon above the objective zone. You can also set an income bonus if you wanted to for when the objective is captured, and that will give players an extra 10 income per se when they capture that objective, and we can increase it to more if we really wanted to. And you could also give it a name, just as you can give everything else a name as well. Up at the top, as you can see, the camera. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't move. I almost forgot. So the camera is used to work off of things like a tag or a unit. So if I drag this camera over here, I can actually hit look to unit because we have a unit out, and it looks right at that unit. If I'm not mistaken, I can hit preview, and as you can see, well, I'm actually on the ground. So let's back up. Let's give the camera some height here. Let's go 100, and then hit preview again. And as you can see, we are up above, and it is locked right onto that target. So that is how the camera works for that. There's more details for the camera and objective zones and all of these things, but those will be later in other videos. Supplies, of course, you could drop the supply thing down if you needed it down, instead of just spawning one or having a unit script it, spawn, and come and deploy. You just have some supplies right off on the ground because it's not located in your new units. It's actually going to be located in your objects. Um, Camera path origins, which is something I am actually still learning, but I'm getting closer. It gets really tricky, but that is for some other advanced work. And camera path waypoints, which is where the camera path origin will attempt to follow the waypoint that you set it for. We have markers as well. These markers are used to be tied together with different scripts. They show up on the map for players to see or not see. You can hide them behind objectives, where once the objective is taken or lost, the marker will appear, or it'll just be constantly on the map. And last but not least, we of course have props. And these props, I will get to. There's a little bit different. I haven't covered it fully, but we will get into that. Scenario configuration. This is where you put the details in um, of your scenario. The scenario name, I named it Sandbox before I got in here. The author of who it is. The description, of course. Enemies has one color. This is basically saying, when the game starts and players are inside, the enemy team will all be, just red. They won't be different colors. Uh, Allow difficulty selection for players when they're choosing. Disable non-mission editor spawn points. So if anybody tries to, mess with it. Daytime preset, you could change that. Actually, as soon as we hit apply, it'll change, but it'll change the time of day. You can also change it being scripted inside of your editor as well. Single player, multiplayer PvE, or multiplayer PvP. That is another way of doing that. The started playable zone, if you do have one, since we actually dropped one down there, you have the started playable zone, which it'll keep um, the players around them. Music engines, I have not messed with that just yet, but you can also manipulate that. And then you have your difficulty selections. If I hit apply, there goes our nighttime changing. Team manager is all about just stating who is able to obviously be in the game. Whether they're going to be AI, you can click, of course, on that button. It'll turn into AI. You don't want to do it to player one, but player two want it to be AI, and then you can turn all of these off by just clicking that here if you wanted to. And these are the only two players that you're working with for Alpha Team, which is the players team. Bravo team, which is going to end up being the enemy, or Bravo other players as well. And you have your neutral team, which normally I end up turning into AI, and you could turn a couple of these off as well if you just wanted to work with one neutral AI person. Um, oh, I'm sorry. In the team manager, if we go back, we can also change the decks. Now here in the deck explorer, what you would need to do is you would have to import your decks. And in order to do that, you would go over to decks. You would go to import a deck, and all of the decks that you created will pop up right here. If I hit select all and hit apply, then as soon as I come into here, all of the decks that I created are available, and I can hit player deck and choose which one that those players are specifically using. If nothing is stated here, then the players can use whatever deck that they want. Um, Deck restrictions are the same thing, um, stating which team or which player is only allowed to use a specific um, deck specialization or specific country as well. The same with Bravo and the same for neutral. And if we go to Task Manager is going to manage all of the things that pop up on the right hand side of the screen for your players to accomplish. And if I hit new task, oops, I hit that twice. If I hit new task, one will pop up. It's automatically created. All I have to do is fill in this information here, and when I jump into the game, that task will be available. We can also set the type as to a primary or a secondary type of task, and we can set it to active right at the start. It'll be ready to go. We can set it that's already on success, and then maybe it'll turn to a fail later. Um, or it starts off with a fail and it turns into success, or the task is hidden, and we can set a scripted event to where that task will then become revealed once that objective or that criteria is met. Your metal manager, all you have to do is hit new metal, and it shows up this nice little nifty thing here where you can select the look of the metal when you award it, or you can upload your own custom file as well. You can set the text condition for that pops up when players are awarded it. You could tell them what happened, being a good player. Um, that text will pop up and award them the medal. And you can create countless of these actually back and forth. And there's scripted events or scripted formulas to award players those medals, which we'll cover later. Public options. This stuff is for more advanced things, so don't need to worry about that. We'll cover that in another video. And in script editor, this is where all the magic happens to actually making your scenario come to life. As far as spawning units, changing the type of day, the time of day, um, task managing, all sorts of different things come to life here in the node editor. And you would just, right click and look at all the different things and all the different options that you have to set out and map for your scenario. Other than that, everything else, of course, file where you can upload or not upload, change the map, start a new one, so on and so forth. The editor configuration is just more details that, of course, we'll get into a lot later. It'll take forever to explain all that. We won't do that. And the change map is just basically exactly as it says. So that is basically it. That is how you navigate that left-hand menu. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next video.